Taylor Swift's team shuts down the article from the New York Times suggesting that she is a giant fruitcake. Let's break down what Oliver Darcy has to say. So he says Taylor Swift's associates are dismayed by New York Times piece speculating on her sexuality. They don't say who they talked to, but people are assuming that it is Tree Payne. It's an associate of Taylor. That could be anyone. it's me. This article was much shorter, so I did read it all. And I personally believe that this is a reputable source from Taylor's team, because what they say about Shawn Mendes made me crack up. I was like, this is either Tree Payne or directly from Taylor, because they...
A controversial New York Times opinion piece about Taylor Swift's sexuality has popped up and is gaining some interesting conversations already. Now, in that article, it's speculated that Taylor Swift apparently could be linked to the LGBT community, or would have some kind of affection for them, and even could be part of the association. However, the associate related to Taylor Swift are saying that they're dismayed by the claims, and these are preposterous, absolutely blatant lies. Well, guys, if you have chanced on the article, I'm sure you may have had a brief history or view about it. But what also is the camp of Taylor Swift also saying, could this be true? Now, bear in mind also that Taylor Swift is really very cool with these whole LGBT people. Sometimes she organizes a show just for the queer, I don't know what they call it, queer beaters or queer, people. And so it's since day one raised some kind of speculations about her sexuality. But let me quickly get you exactly what the associate apparently in a recent tweet. I don't know who this particular, but it comes from the camp of the diva Taylor Swift. It says that because of her invasive success, in the moment, there is a Taylor-shaped hole in people's ethics. A person close to the situation apparently said that this article wouldn't have been allowed to be written, about Shawn, Mendes, or any artist whose sexuality has been questioned by fans. There seemed to be no boundary with some journalists who apparently cannot cross by writing about Taylor Swift, regardless of how invasive, untrue, and inappropriate it is, all under the protective veil, of opinion piece. This is the tweet that the Insider apparently have said. Now, in the 5,000 word piece written by the Times Opinion, I'm sure most of you have seen it. It gets very interesting. Now, it says that in isolation, the single drop has been in perhaps meaning-wise of the accident, and the coincidence of this interesting conversation has become very interesting, and fans should take no claims. Okay, guys, I think I have to gradually take my time and go through this article, because this Insider is actually debunking exactly what the reports have been so far. So honestly, judge Taylor Swift or not, I think it would be super ridiculous for anyone to think that Taylor Swift could be linked to this thing. I wouldn't also deny the fact that it could be true, but hey, I don't have evidence. I don't speak based on hearsay. So basically, let us just take this with a pinch of, or with a grain of salt. But could there also be an iota? Now, bear in mind also that Taylor Swift for some time now allegedly, has dated some people who are, fans have claimed that are part of the LGBT community. Harry Styles' name has popped up. Not just Harry Styles alone. I think recently, aside from Harry Styles, who again? So the most of the people that Taylor Swift have dated, one way or the other, some fans are alleging that most of them are part of the community. Have a queer baiting, something like that. And I don't know, but guys, really, must we really pay attention to this? In this time where Taylor Swift is actually head over heels with Travis Kelce, I think this is one of the most ridiculous articles to ever read. Well, I'm just hoping that Taylor Swift herself comes out to debunk the rumors. If not, people are just going to travel with this. But I'm so happy also that her camp, the associate, are coming up with. But guys, I can tell you for a fact that we could see Taylor Swift in some of these colors, and if you're not wise enough, you might think that she apparently is one of them. if you're not, inclined enough about her association with the community, you might think or would want to think that she apparently is part of the community. And so I'm happy. So maybe let me just read exactly what the associate apparently has watched. We'll go and watch the video very shortly, but just before, let me just say that they said that they are dismayed by the claims, and virtually all the claims about this article is just untrue. Let's take a look at this one.
Taylor Swift's team shuts down the article from the New York Times suggesting that she is a giant fruitcake. Let's break down what Oliver Darcy has to say. So he says Taylor Swift's associates are dismayed by New York Times piece speculating on her sexuality. They don't say who they talked to, but people are assuming that it is Tree Payne. It's an associate of Taylor. That could be anyone. it's me. This article was much shorter, so I did read it all. And I personally believe that this is a reputable source from Taylor's team, because what they say about Shawn Mendes made me crack up. I was like, this is either Tree Payne or directly from Taylor, because in the article, they say, this article would not, talking about the New York Times article, would not have been allowed to be written about Shawn Mendes or any male artist whose sexuality has been questioned by fans. And that's just like the card that they pull all the time. They're like, well, if I was a man, y'all would not be talking about all of the gay stuff that I do. I do want to talk about an interpretation from the author of this, Oliver Darcy, or whatever the fuck his name is. He did say something that was kind of weird to me. He goes on to interpret that she has denied that she's a member of the LGBTQ community, and then of course cites the whole like, I didn't know I could advocate for a community that I'm not a part of. However, then when he gives context, he says that rights are being stripped from basically everyone who is in a straight, white, cisgender male. And then he just takes it as fact that she's talking about being part of the LGBTQ community. Who knows if she was talking about race? Who knows if she was talking about gender expression or sexuality? You don't know that. And of course, when we go to the source, which is that Vogue article, she says that rights are being stripped from basically everyone. Like, it's the quote that he says, but she really is emphasizing that not that she's advocating for LGBTQ people, but that she's just scared to make a mistake in general, because all of her mistakes will be publicized very heavily. So she doesn't know how to advocate for anyone who she doesn't personally have an identity with. So I don't know, it's very indirect to say that she has denied being queer, in my opinion. Honestly, if I was reading this and this was like a data set, I would be like, okay, I don't think you can necessarily interpret it that way. There's a lot of things that need to be, I guess, if it was data shown before you can interpret that. She is a human though, and a famous one, so of course not everything's going to be direct, and things are going to purposefully be written so that people can interpret them the way that they want, which is the fun thing about Taylor.
People talking about it, various opinions are being shared over there with the association of the LGBT community. I've said that until she apparently comes out to say rumors will be rumors, and in as much as it is rumor, in every rumor there could be an iota of truth. But I'm super happy once again, like I've said, that the associate close to Taylor Swift are denying these claims. And honestly, what if Travis Kelce is reading this, is he really going to get a second thought about it? And like, guys, let's stop it. I'm just thinking out loud. Like, how is Travis Kelce and the family especially also going to take this? Recently they've been all over the place with their love history, and all of a sudden about this whole sexuality, queer baiting, things starts to pop up, and I don't think it's really speaking well for the two. Let's just keep these two off from the scene for a while before anything bad happens to their relationship. I'm just wishing that nothing happens between the relationship after this whole expose. No one apparently has come out to expose Taylor Swift or can evidently back her with any claims, evidence after the claims. And so just as rumors have said, rumors will always be rumors, and let's just treat this as it is, just rumors, okay? But if you're out there and you think or have evidence enough, well, you can also leave your thought on comments inside the comment section. But for now, the associates say it is not true.